Hi! New term at Crochet Club we're going to do, or Zoom Crochet, we're going to do finger puppet octopus. The reason we're going to do this is it's a different skill. So far we've been doing everything flat. And this is a type of crochet where you go round and round and round and you can make teddies with it and all sorts of stuff. I'll show you some of the stuff I've done as a bit of inspiration at the end. So I'm going to, in this video, go through very quickly the stitch that people use to make this stuff, and then I'll take you through how to make an octopus. Right, so the stitch is, if you're English, it's called single crochet. If you're American, it's double crochet. So it depends on the book that you're using as to what they will say. So this one starts off chain 2, so you need your first knot. I do it away, nobody else likes to do it this way. You see, you need your slip stitch, however you want to do that. And you're going to chain 2. Then you are going to, in that, so here's my chain, wool over and pull it through. And then you can see these two bits here. One little roundy bit there, and there's the second one there. So in the first one you're going to do 8 single crochets. Now this is the basic. You put your hook into the hole, you pick up your wool and you bring it back through. You've now got 2 on your hook. The wool goes over and then you pull it through both. It's a very short stitch, and that is 1. Now you need 8 of those. So here are 8 stitches round in a circle. You can count them by counting these little heart shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in the last one you need a stitch marker. So a safety pin is my go-to stitch marker. So I've got one here, the extra bit so you can see. And I'll put that in the last stitch, like this. Round 2, you do 2 stitches all the way around, so you come back with 18 stitches. It's really important you don't do any joins like we did in our squares. There's no join and chain, it's just keep going straight into the next, what was the first stitch, just keep going round and round and round. So I'm going to do 2 stitches in each of these stitches here. Hi, here's what it looks like after 16 stitches. As you can see, it's going straight out. It's worth making sure you've got 2 in every stitch, otherwise you're going to end up with ripples rather than a nice flat space. You can see all the stitches going around here. Round 3 to 6, you just do a single 1 stitch in every stitch around, and that will bend it round like this, and it will become like the bottom of a cup. So 1 stitch in every stitch. Just a quick reminder, what that looks like. What that looks like is in with this hook, bring the wool back through to the front, over with the wool and through. There's 1 stitch, into the next stitch, in, bring the wool back, oh, come on you, oop, in, bring the wool back, over and then through both. Like that. So you're going to do that in every stitch all the way around. This is what you should have when you've done your rows 3, 4, 5 and 6. I've just done row 3, 4, 5, but you get the general idea. You've got a lovely dome shape going round with your 16 stitches going round and round and round. The next row we're going to decrease, which means make fewer stitches going round, and this will change the shape. It will bring it back in again, a bit like the front, the top here, and then we'll add our arms. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to do a decrease. What you want is a decrease where you can't tell on the front that something's happened. There are lots of different ways of doing this. You can, some people go like this and like that. I prefer to do it by using both stitches. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up one stitch and down the next. We're going to do this over the next 2 stitches, and we're going to do them in every other. You'll see, look. We're going to go up there, and then we're going to go down, up there, then down. So up one. I'm only going through half of the stitch, and then down there, like that. Yarn over, with your wool over, and then pull it through. You'll have 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. So now you've got 2 stitches that have come that one there. So we're going to do it again. I'm going to do it in every stitch all the way around. So up the first stitch, down the second stitch. Bring your wool over and then pull it through that X. Like that. Wool over again and through those 2. We'll do it again. Are you ready? Into the first one, up and then down, up and down. You've got an X on your yarn over through the X, yarn over through the 2. And you're going to start seeing, look how it's going in already here. The shape is changing. It looks like that. You can't see much difference, can you? There, you can see it leans slightly. So, up, down. Down is a bit tricky. There we go. Down, over, through, over, through. Up. I'm going to show you really close. And down. Over, through, over, through. Next one. Up, down, over, through, over, through. Up, down, over, through. And last one up. And there's my beginning safety pin. Down. Over, through, and over, through. There we go. Now look, much smaller. Back to your 8 stitches. And there's your octopi body. Every octopus, there he is. It's smaller, look. Ready for the tentacles. 8 stitches going around. Every octopus needs their tentacles. So we're going to do those. We're going to start with doing a chain 10. So here we are. This is the right way up. Over. Drag it through the hole. Over. Drag it through the hole. And do that 10 times. 3, 4. Here we go. 10. What we're going to do now is do a slip stitch in the first 2 and then single chains all the way up. So a slip stitch. We're not going to go into this one, we're going to go into this first one here. In, bring the wool to the front. Now normally in a single crochet you'd put the wool over and you bring it through 2. This time we're just going to drag that first loop through the second one. I'll show you again. In, through, and then through there. There you go. And then in the rest, there should be 7 left, we're going to do a single crochet. In, bring it through and over. In, bring it through. There we go. All the way up to the top. And then, there we go, last one there, tentacles at the top, can't really go in there, so we need to go in here. We're going to go in, you see how it's got 2 bits here, one and 2, we're going to go in just the first one, wool over, through, just like you've been doing, wool over and through. Will look like that. We're then going to go again, another tentacle, all the way around. But you will find when you're done that you've got this on the inside. Whoop. When you're done, you'll have the other half of that stitch. There it is there. And there's the first one there. Hanging around. We're going to use those to make a little sock for your finger. When you've done all your tentacles, I'm running out of wool, so mine are small. There they are. Look at that. It's beginning to look a lot more like an octopus. On the bottom, you will see below each tentacle a loop here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There they are, all going round. Now I'm running out of wool, so I'm not going to finish all 8, but I am going to show you what happens next. You're going to go into there. So you're going to go into those hoops. There we go. Bring it round. And it's just like you're going to do a normal stitch. So the wool goes over, you bring it through, and you've got a stitch. So you've got 2 over and 2, so normal slip stitch. But in the bottom of each thing, so you go to the next one. There's a little one there, look. In there. Wool over, bring it through. Wool over, bring it through. And you'll find you end up with a little skirt underneath the tentacles that hold your finger. So I'm going to do a couple in normal wool so you can see what they look like at the end. And you can stick some eyes on and stuff it slightly. So I've done one in normal wool so you can see how to finish it off. Here he is, looking very cute. And if we look on the underside, under his bottom, you can see those half stitches that I was talking about. So what we're going to do, here's the end of his last tassel. Last tassel. Last arm. Tentacle. I'll show you from here. We're going to go in the first stitch. There it is, underneath. Bring wool over, through it, wool over, through both stitches, and then into the next stitch. There it is. Wool over, bring it through, wool over, bring it through too. Into the next stitch. You can start counting your head. This is 3, isn't it? 4. 5. Sometimes, like this, I've pulled a bit hard and it's quite hard to see where is next. But if you look at the tentacle, next tentacle, and you look underneath it, you will find a little piece of thread that's just going, just standing out on its own really. I can't remember if that was 6 or 7. I think it was 6 or 7. Then we go all the way around. This is my last one. There it is. 8. Right, and now got a little skirt, do you see? Underneath his tentacles. So if you want to, you can do another row, or you can just use a slip stitch to cast off, to get rid of it or to stop it. I'm going to do another quick one too. Of course, you can use your stitch marker again to make sure you don't go round too many times, or you don't make this too small by missing out stitches. It is always worth counting twice so that you crochet once, and not counting nonce so you crochet many times. So I'm going to stop babbling, cut this off here. Go into the next one, bring it through and right through, so it's a slip stitch, and then pull that nice and tight. And there you have a little hole you can put your finger in. Now you can stuff the top with a bit of stuffing. Here it is. Hello! Here's my stuffing, or cotton wool bird ball, or don't know, anything you want to really. And then you can stick some eyes on, and you can use buttons. I have some, here he is, look, and with that stuffing it's just made his head look cuter, if that was possible. And then you can use glue on googly eyes, or you can sew on buttons, or you can stick on glue. Here's a glue on googly eye there, so you can see it works. And you just stick it on. There you go. That'd be fine. And there is your octopus. So we're going to be making these in January. Bye bye.